future CS. Welcome back to my channel. If you are aiming to score 70 plus in CA final indirect tax laws, you have clicked on the right video. IDT is a subject where with the right approach you can secure an exemption. And today I'll share with you my top strategy tips and tricks to achieve that goal. If you are new to my channel, I request you to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you can get notified when I post new videos. So let's dive right in. First things first, let's understand the structure of IDT paper. The paper is divided into two parts: goods and service tax, customs and foreign trade policy. GST is the major chunk, covering around 80 marks, while customs and foreign trade policy cover the remaining 20 marks. With this in mind, let's discuss how to approach each section. GST, the major scoring area. GST is your golden ticket to scoring high. So let's talk about how you can maximize your marks here. Conceptual clarity. Focus on understanding the core concept thoroughly. Sections like input tax credit, registration, and returns are heavily tested. Make sure you understand these provisions and their practical applications. Study material. I had studied from the ICAI study material practice manuals, and I had also referred to the revision test papers and mock test papers. The ICAI material is comprehensive and directly aligned with the exam pattern. Amendments. GST is a dynamic law with frequent amendments. Stay updated with latest amendments as they are often tested in the exam. Refer to the amendments provided by the ICAI. You can check the amendments from the BOS Knowledge Portal. I have opened the BOS Knowledge Portal. Now click on Study Material New Scheme. Click on Final. Select the language. Scroll down. So if you scroll down, you can see here Paper 5 Indirect Tax Laws. And then you can see here Statutory Update for November 2024 exam. Similarly, for every exam, the amendments will be provided here. You can come and check. So click on this. So if you scroll down, you can see that detailed chapter-wise amendment has been provided here. So don't forget to go through these amendments as these are very important for your exams. Important chapters. Prioritize chapters like supply, levy and collection, input tax credit, time and place of supply. These are the backbones of GST and are crucial for scoring high. Refer to the section-wise weightages for each chapter. Now we will check the section-wise weightages. So I have opened the BOS Knowledge Portal. You can see here section-wise, skill-wise weightages. Click on this. Scroll down. Click on Final. So here we have the section-wise weightages. This is applicable for May 2024 and subsequent exams till further changes are made. So let's scroll down to the IDT section. So here we have the indirect tax laws. Part 1 goods and service tax 80 marks. So if you go through this, you can see that 45 to 65% marks is allocated to case studies on the following topics: levy and collection of CGST and IGST, application of CGST and IGST law, concept of supply, interstate supply, intrastate supply, supply in territorial waters, charge of tax including reverse charge, classification, exemption from tax, place of supply, time of supply, value of supply, input tax credit, computation of GST liability. Next, 10 to 30% marks have been provided for the following chapters. Procedures under GST including registration, tax invoice, credit and debit notes, electronic way bill, accounts and records, returns, payment of tax, refunds and case studies based on refund provisions, job work, liability to pay in certain cases. Next, 0 to 5% has been allocated to the following chapters: administration of GST, assessment and audit, inspection, search, seizure and arrest, other provisions. 15 to 30% has been allocated to demand and recovery, offences and penalties, advance ruling, appeals and revision, ethics under GST. Case laws. Memorize the important case laws mentioned in the study material. Knowing how to apply these to practical situation can help you score extra marks. Customs and foreign trade policy. Don't ignore the easy marks. Customs and foreign trade policy may be smaller in weightage, but they are equally important for pushing your score above 70. Target the basics. Ensure you are clear on basics like customs valuation, type of duties, and exemptions. Questions on these topics are often straightforward and scoring. Foreign trade policy. Foreign trade policy questions are typically direct. Focus on understanding the export promotion schemes and duty drawbacks. These can fetch easy marks if you know your provisions well. Past papers. Practice the question from past exams, revision test papers, and mock test papers for custom and foreign trade policy. This will give you a good idea of the kind of questions that are asked and how to approach them. Similarly, the section-wise weightages has been given for customs and foreign trade policy as well. Here we can see that 40 to 65% marks has been allocated to levy of custom duties, including application of custom laws, taxable event, charge of custom duty, exception to levy of custom duty, exemption from custom duty, types of custom duties, classification and valuation of imported and export goods. Next, 20 to 45% has been allocated to the following: import and export procedures, including special procedures relating to baggage, goods imported or exported by post stores, warehousing refund, basic concept relating to export promotion scheme under FTP. Next, 10 to 20% has been allocated to introduction to foreign trade policy, legislation governing the foreign trade policy, features of foreign trade policy, administration of foreign trade policy, contents of FTP and other related provisions, basic concept relating to import and export, introduction to custom laws including constitutional aspects. I request you to go through this section wise weightages in detail and plan your studies accordingly. Effective study techniques. Now let's talk about how you should study to ensure you retain what you learn and perform well on the exam day. Active revision. Passive reading won't help much with IDT. Engage in active revision by writing down key points, solving MCQ and summarizing complex section in your own words. Make short notes. Create short notes for each chapter. This should include key sections, important points, provisions, and critical amendments. They are lifesavers during revision, especially in the final days before the exam. Use acronyms. For memorizing complex provision or section, create acronyms. This can help in revision during your exams. Previously, I had made a detailed video on how to create acronyms. I will provide the link to that video in the description below. You can watch that video from the below description. Solve, solve and solve. Practicing past papers under timed condition is crucial. This not only improves your speed but also helps in identifying common mistakes and areas where you might need to improve. Exam day strategy. Your preparation is incomplete without a solid strategy for the exam day. Here's how to approach the paper to maximize your score. Time management. Allocate time wisely between GST, customs, and foreign trade policy based on their weightage. Start with the section you are most confident in to build momentum. Presentation. Present your answers clearly. Use headings and subheadings to structure your answers. For case laws, briefly mention the facts, issue, judgment, and application to the question. Be specific. When quoting sections, provisions, or rules, be precise. If you are unsure about a particular section number, it's better to avoid mentioning it rather than risk being incorrect. Attempt all questions. Don't leave any questions unanswered. Even if you are unsure, write down whatever you know about the topic. You can get partial marks for correct concepts. Review your paper. If time permits, review your answers. Look for any calculations, errors, missing section, or point that you can quickly add to strengthen your answers. Finally, remember that consistency is the key. Start your preparation early, maintain a steady pace. Regular study, revision, and mock tests are essential to score 70 plus in IDT. That's it for today's video on how to score 70 plus in CA Final IDT. With the right strategy and consistent effort, achieving an exemption in IDT is definitely within your reach. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more CA exam tips and share this video with your fellow CA aspirants. All the best with your studies, and I will see you all in the next video.